Everyone, thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. And please do not forget to hit on the like button. Friends, I'm sure we all know this particular person who is always on the news and always out to say things when issues of celebrities or prominent people is being mentioned. That is Daddy Freeze. He's now gotten himself into a big trouble. And it was gathered that the Port Harcourt High Court has ordered Daddy Freeze to pay the sum of 5 million naira for committing adultery with his lover Benedict Elechi while she was still married to her former husband Paul Odikna. And the justice ordered Daddy Freeze to pay the money to Paul Odikna, who was legally married to Elechi at the time of the incident. And listed in this particular suit with this particular number 403MC are Benedict Odikna Elechi as the petitioner and cross petitioner, Mr. Odikna as first respondent and cross petitioner, and Mr. Olandi, that is Daddy Freeze himself. Also, the justice in the judgment, which lasted more than 1 hour 30 minutes, ruled that Benedicta's husband proved his case for adultery against Daddy Freeze and Benedicta through photographic, documentary and electronic evidence, and also by the admission of Benedicta Elechi herself. The judge referred to Benedicta as a self-acclaimed adulterer, and the dissolution of Benedicta's marriage to Paul based on Paul Odikna's cross petition. Benedicta was unable to provide her allegations of abandonment and sexual inappropriacy against her husband, whereas her own husband was able to prove his case of adultery against her. And if it can be recalled that both Daddy Freeze and Benedicta were married to different spouses at the time of her pregnancy for their son, that's Jishon. And Freeze's marriage to Opeyemi collapsed in the course of their extramarital affair, and the marriage was subsequently dissolved in 2019 by a Lagos State High Court in Nigeria. The court also dismissed Benedicta's prayer seeking for 1.5 million monthly upkeep, one brand new car every 3 years, annual vacation abroad, share in the family estate, and many more on the grounds that she did not establish any of her claims. The court also granted custody of the 3 children from the marriage of her husband, declaring that she was unfit to cater and behavior to bring up children, citing her admission of adultery, her conduct during the trial, and her statement that she would not recommend her conduct to her daughters. The court also ordered Benedicta to hand over the child's The court also ordered Benedicta to hand over the children's birth certificates and international passports to their father, Mr. Paul Odikna. The judge further ruled that the adopted daughter of the couple, who is a biological daughter of Benedicta's sister, is to remain in their joint custody, while their 3 children, who they have as a result of their marriage between Paul and Benedicta, would have be handed over to the husband, that's Paul, to have full custody of his children, citing that the mom is unfit to take care of these children, citing her act of adultery, that she may also train her daughter to go in line with her. So you can see that this case actually came up because Daddy Freeze was even married as of the time that he was having this extramarital affair with Benedicta, and Benedicta was also married. You see how those kind of problems can turn out to be. Right now, Daddy Freeze has to pay 5 million to Mr. Paul for sleeping with his wife, having this illicit affair with his own wife when they were still married. And look at now, she is now going to lose custody of her children. You can imagine what it would be like for you as a mother not to be around your kids, or for you to see them, you have to book an appointment, or you have to go to somewhere, either a recreational center, or you will book an appointment for you guys to see in a secluded place. You won't even spend long time together because the kids can't even spend a night with her. They are now under the dad's custody. She has now lost a lot. She lost her husband, and now she is losing her own kids, which is the most heartbreaking thing of any mother, to lose her children, and worse when her kids are still alive and she can't have full access to her children. That's even more devastating. This is another reason. And look at the kind of request she was actually making, and the court had even declined it. She was saying that she needed a brand new car every 3 years. You just come to think of it, what kind of a person is this? You want a brand new car every 3 years, and then annual vacation abroad. Every year she wants to go on a vacation abroad, and he should also pay 1.5 million monthly for upkeep, and she will also have a share in the family estate, and many more. Wow. You will be asking yourself, what kind of a request is this? And this and that thing about that, you'll be like, what kind of a woman is this? It's just all about a luxurious lifestyle. And well, unfortunately for her, she didn't even get it because the court had declined. She didn't have any proof against her own husband, because she was also trying to put it on him regards to infidelity and all, but there was no evidence. Meanwhile, her husband had every evidence. He had both photographic evidence where he took snapshots of Benedicta and Daddy Freeze. He even had documented evidence, everything on paper. He had a lot to prove. He had electronic evidence as well, where he had taken video capture of activities between his ex-wife and Daddy Freeze. This is why it's always advisable, men that go up and down and having illicit affair or relationship when they are married, this is from all of this. I'm sure that the Freeze did not see this coming, because when this was happening, the man did not even make his wife know that he was trailing her, and he was picking up all his evidence that he actually needed. And afterwards, after their relationship and all, the husband now had to drag them to court. It's not nice for anybody at all, either the man or the woman, to have an affair. You can see both of them committed adultery. The wife of Paul, they were still together. Daddy Freeze was still with his wife Opeyemi, and then they decided that they would be having illicit relationship. Why do some people decide to do this to themselves? And when kids are involved, they tend to forget that these things would end up affecting their kids more. Alright, look at now, she has lost 3 of her children. She doesn't have access to 3 of her children anymore. She could only see them for hours, not for days. You can imagine that kids you gave birth to, you will just see them for hours and goodbye. Maybe you fix another day, and it can't be every day. You can't see them every day. You have specific days when you meet up with your kids. Right now, she has just lost at both ends. And as a result of Daddy Freeze's infidelity, he has also lost his wife. People don't think of consequences when they are doing things like this. All they feel is that to them they are having fun. And then at the end, that fun turns out to be sour. What happens to you? What happens to the family you've been building for so long? The woman's case is even so terrible. You have 3 kids with your husband. What are you looking for outside with another man? Another married man? People just use themselves or take their own hands to bring up curses on themselves. Why cheat on your spouse? Why go after other men when you have your own husband in the house? This goes to women. Those women that have made up their minds that they cannot stay with their own husbands, or they are not satisfied or contented with their own husbands. If you have issues with your husband, you're not comfortable with him, or he's doing certain things that will push you away, why don't you communicate with him? Some women will give excuse that their husbands are not available for them to talk to. Their husbands are not there to listen to them. There are ways of making a man listen to you. And there are times when you would sit him down to talk. Not when a man is rushing to go to work, or he is extremely tired at that time, and then you want to talk. Definitely the man may end up sleeping off while you are talking. Maybe you fix a particular day. It could be weekends when everybody is at home, you're all at home, no work, everybody is well rested. Then you talk to the man and then listen and hear what he has to say. Definitely the man would always have something to say. There is no man that you go and meet your husband and then you talk to him about how you're feeling or things that are going wrong, and he will just keep mute and not say a word. Definitely 1 or 2 things must come out from his mouth. Then you also look at his own point of view or hear from him before you now jump outside and go and start having an affair outside your home. Always think of consequences before you jump into it. Right now, this woman just used her own hands to destroy her home. Greed, lack of contempt is what has made some women to leave their homes and decide having illicit relationship outside their homes. Except when the man is adamant your husband is not willing to listen to you and things are going wrong in the marriage, then that's when you would involve family members. So you have witnesses to know that, all right, yes, this woman has tried and made a lot of efforts to bring her home together. If family members are not listening to you, you go to your church leaders or you go to your various religious leaders. Then you can seek counseling if the problem is getting so worse. You seek a therapist. There are ways of mending your marriage, except someone has made up his or her mind that he doesn't want to have anything to do with you again. Those are different and exceptional cases. But when it's just conversations and activities are going on in the house that are not okay, and the man is not willing to do anything about it, then you involve a third party, not just a random friend who will give you negative advice. Try to mend your home before you are quick to jump outside, because some women will just want to give that as an excuse because they are just in a hurry to change and have an affair with another man. Then once they see any slightest problem with their husband, they are off on the road immediately, and then they'll have little flimsy excuses for their actions. You're not justified. No woman is justified for committing adultery. You can't say because your husband is cheating, so you too you will cheat. You are not justified. Please, women should learn to be contented with what they have. Learn to be contented with your husband, and if you're having a difficult husband, except in situations where it's a domestic violence home, you still don't have the right to commit adultery. What you will do is seek for help immediately, and don't sit down there and then you go through a domestic violence marriage. No one is advising any woman to sit down there, because most times at the end the woman may get killed. You run out for help, seek for help immediately while you can. Even in that situations, you are not even advised to commit adultery. You're to run away and then ensure that your life is safe. The running away is for you to seek help. You call helplines that help in domestic violence issues. You call the cops, you report to family members. That is the running away you are to do, and not sit down there and be quiet and allow yourself to be beaten to death. But other than that, other situations are situations that you know that is not life threatening, the man is not threatening your life, then you seek for a way to mend your home. No woman is justified to cheat on her husband. And also think of it, you are going to break another woman's home. A woman who is married, you're going back to another married woman's home to now take her own husband away from her. How would you also feel? I'm sure some of these women that do these things, if another woman come after their own husband, they won't take it lightly with that woman. They will go to any length to deal with that woman, but they feel comfortable doing it to another woman, forgetting that they are wrecking another woman's home. Please, those women that are involved in act like this, think twice before you act. Don't be in a hurry to change from having your own husband to having another woman's husband. Remember, there are their consequences, and some of these women that you go and have affair with their husbands, when they find out, some of them too would not sit down and fold their arms. They take very drastic decisions. Some even take decisions that may end up with death. That is how some women can go to any length to fight for their husband, especially when they notice that he's been cheating on them. No woman would be happy to see that another woman is having an affair with her own husband. Also, it goes for the men. No man is justified for cheating on his wife. No matter what your wife is doing, even if your wife is having an affair, you are not justified to even have an affair. You, as the man of the house, should seek for a way to get that problem resolved, except the woman has made up her mind that she no longer wants to be with you, she wants to be with this other man. Then that is where you know that this woman has decided to leave you. But you now saying your wife is cheating on you, you now go and cheat on her. No man is justified to do that. You don't have any excuse to carry out an act like that. You are now following another married woman, forgetting that she has a husband in the house. And this Daddy Freeze, what if another man was having an affair with his own wife? I'm sure he wouldn't have taken it lightly. No man would even take it lightly. A man who is even having an affair with another married woman, if another man decides to have an affair with his own wife, despite the fact he is doing it, he won't take it lightly with that man or with his wife either. So why do that? And you know that you are wrecking another man's home by having an affair with his own wife. Why do some men just make up their minds that they can't just stay with one woman? They must go out there, even if she's married or not married. They just want to ensure that they have another person out there. Must you have an affair? Must you get yourself involved with a second woman other than your wife? Some of these men, they have very lovely, nice wives at home, but they are still not contented. They still want to go out there. And then they forget that these men you are having an affair with their wives, some of them would not even watch you take their wives away from them. It is really devastating when you see you as a fellow man destroying your fellow man's home. Some men don't even reason out with themselves and with the other man, like, if it's my own wife that another man is having an affair with, how will I take it? Then when you think of these things, probably it may even pull you back and you relent and stay back. And don't forget that every action you take, every evil action you take, there are always consequences going behind it. I'm sure that the Freeze never thought that he would ever pay that other woman's husband 5 million naira. 5 million naira is not 1,000 naira. It's not 10,000 naira. It's a huge amount of money. Please, husbands and wives, mothers and fathers that decide that they want to have illicit relationships outside, think twice before you carry out this horrible act. It's a horrible act. No man is justified for cheating on his wife, and no woman is justified for cheating on her own husband. Like I would always say, do unto others what you want them to do unto you. That is the golden rule from Matthew 7 verse 12. If you don't want someone else to snatch your wife away from you, then don't snatch someone else's wife away from him. And if you don't want someone else to snatch your husband away from you, don't snatch another woman's husband away from her. Never be a party to wrecking another man's home. Never be a party to wrecking another woman's home. How do people feel when they get involved into acts like this? Friends, what do you all think regarding this particular incident that has just happened? Please, whatever you think, you can put that down at the comment section. Learn to be contented with your spouse. If you have issues, discuss with your wife. If you have issues, discuss with your husband. Settle your issues amicably. Having another extramarital affairs would only make matters worse. Friends, please don't forget to hit on the like button. Friends, I'm here today to talk about how to start up a new YouTube channel. So for those that are looking to start up a new YouTube channel, probably you've been trying to figure out how to go about it, or you have been trying to see what it entails or what you need to start. That's why I'm here today, to give you the easy way for you to get this done. Not just the easy, but the best method, and also to give you or to talk about the best teacher who will give you all that is required for you to start up your own YouTube channel. This is a teacher. He is really successful with his YouTube, and he has been a teacher for so long now. Teacher is Matt Pa. He's going to give you a step-by-step method on how to start up your own YouTube channel. No stone unturned. Every step of the way, he's going to lead you through it. You have links that you can actually reach out to him and communicate with him directly. That's Matt Pa there. You can see the huge successes he has made in YouTube. You can see his silver, you can see the gold, you can also see his revenue that he's actually making on YouTube, which is very huge. He is going to give you a YouTube step-by-step tube mastery class every step of the way, from the beginning of the opening of the channel to how you can start up and put up your videos. He is leaving no stone unturned, like I said. So for those that are seeking for how to start up their own YouTube channel, this is the easiest and the fastest way for you to have access to this particular teacher who is honest and straightforward, and you will enjoy every bit of the class, and you will have lots of gain. At the end of your class, you will have lots to hold on to and to start up your own YouTube channel. It's going to be like an ABC class, starting from the scratch. So please, for those of you that are interested in starting up your own YouTube channel, Matt Pa, he is the teacher, and you will have direct access to him. I'm dropping the link below, so please, you just click on that link and you will have access to Matt Pa's class. He is going to give you the whole content of YouTube and all that it takes for you to be successful in YouTube. and how to start YouTube from the scratch. Like I said, and I'm going to repeat, he's leaving no stone unturned. And it's so interesting that if you have any kind of complaint, no matter the time you have this complaint or you are confused about anything, you can communicate directly to him and he will give you a response as soon as he gets your question or as soon as he gets your mail or anything you're trying to confirm from him. He is quick at responding and he will give you the right answers. And even if you go elsewhere to search, you find out that what he is saying is actually true. He wouldn't mislead you. So please, for those of you that want to start your own YouTube channel from the scratch and see how you can be successful on YouTube, please go to this link, click on the link below, so you'll have access to the teacher. That's the teacher there you can see and see his success. You can go through that and then you click on the link so that you can have direct access to Matpa himself. This teacher, you will enjoy and enjoy every bit of the classes that he's going to give to you. So friends, do not forget to click the link below so you have access to Matpa's mastery class, and he will give you the best teaching for YouTube you would really need to start your own channel. Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please, for those that have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you once again, and God bless you all.